Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4.
Nemesis at Alton Towers. Sit back. It's fright time.
So I'm standing in the Smiler extension queue line built to cope with a large number of people that were wanting to queue up for the ride prior to the ride's open time every day. But there's more to this ride, and I think everyone knows it. You have to be living under a rock not to know what happened in 2015. And due to that, as the train goes just behind me, significant alterations were made to the Smiler's theme. One of them being the removal of marmalade and correction from the theme entirely. The halfway video no longer is halfway corrected. I think anyone can see why the information is made, but it removes from the Smiler's theme, it removes from X-Sector's theme the whole theme of the Ministry of Joy. It takes it away from the Smiler. Another thing that happened is that the music in the whole of X-Sector was significantly toned down. It was quietened almost immediately after the accident too, which doesn't really take away from the theming and the theming so much, but it lowers the feel of the area. It doesn't feel so joyful, to get what I mean.
All 14 inversions on the Smiler play an amazing part in its record-breaking track. However, we can't forget these. The Batwing and the Cobra Roll in front of you form part of what is known as the Staffordshire Knot.
Right, so I'm standing down here with the whole of X-Sector behind me, because this is about X-Sector. Originally, it was just an Orwellian sinister government area, much long before the Smiler. The Smiler, that's when it really came about to be the Ministry of Joy and their experiments upon humans and so on. So, while it was a sort of a theme with the dystopian atmosphere created by Oblivion and testing your limits, only when the Smiler came did the theme of X-Sector really manage to take hold.
Now when you think of the oldest rides at Alton Towers, you might think of Congo River Rapids, the Runaway Mine Train, or even Jewel the Haunted House Strikes Back. But you're wrong, and that just proves how little this ride needs to shout about how good it is. Yes, the Blade is the oldest operating ride at Alton Towers. It opened in 1980, back then being known as the Pirate Ship. It sat merrily away in the Springfield Centre and Fantasy World until obviously the development of Oblivion. For 1997, the Blade made its home in Forbidden Valley, themed to being a piece of shrapnel thrown from the Nemesis pit when Nemesis was secured. The Blade and its neighbour Ripsaw are sat on the site of the once legendary Thunder Looper, the centrepiece of the original theme for this area, Thunder Valley. However, because of the size of the ride and the way it operated, numerous restrictions were placed upon it when it was installed into the park, and therefore it was only temporary, leaving in 1996. This was at the point in time when the Blade and Ripsaw arrived in the area, and while Ripsaw left in 2015, the Blade continues to operate to this day in 2018.
Just behind me is what I believe to be part of the historic deer park wall, actually being protected as part of the works for Secret Weapon 8. It dates back to the 1300s. So I'm currently standing outside Sharkbait Reef, the Alton Towers Aquarium. There's two interesting things about this. First of all, an area inside it is labelled Skeleton Bay, which is probably a nod to the Legoland show, The Pirates of Skeleton Bay. And also, the very start of it towards the middle part is a very similar layout to the Sea Life Centre down at Chessington. I suppose in reality I've saved the best till last. The best fact of anything of them all. That this corkscrew right here is the original double corkscrew that made Alton Towers so famous. And those are the secrets of Alton Towers.